Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. I'm Relix, and today we're going to go over Game 4 of the first round of the playoffs between the Kings and the Oilers. So, 1-0 score. Oilers won again, take the series lead 3-1. And going into this game, it was the mindset that it's just one game that we lost in Game 3. You know, we got destroyed 6-1, but that's okay because today is going to be a new game, and we're going to go out there, we're going to play our hardest, and we're going to try and tie up the series. Well, in my honest opinion, we kind of did that, but we didn't win. And so we are losing 1-3 in the series. If you guys remember from my last video, I said I went to the game, or I'm going to go to the game, rather I should say, and so I did. And this is where I was sitting, so I had a really good view of the game from the high seats, obviously. You guys can see, I can see both sides of the ice, I can see the neutral zone, all that. So a pretty good view, really good view of the game. And my honest opinion is the fact that the Kings did come out this game, and they played great forecheck, they played great neutral zone, and good back check. Specifically, great forecheck, great neutral zone, good back check. Now, not to say not having a good back check is good. We still gave up a couple of odd man rushes, but I thought the game went smoothly. I thought the Kings played pretty much the way I expected them to play, and they definitely improved from Game 3 to Game 4. However, the only problem is they didn't succeed in my 3 keys. If you guys have watched my past videos on the series so far, my 3 keys to the series were A, PK. We unfortunately did not keep them from scoring on the power play. We went 0 for 1 on the PK. 2, or B, power play. We got a power play chance. We didn't score on it. But it did get a couple looks, I will say that. But again, now we are 0 for 11 in the series. You got to score at least one. That one power play goal would literally get us the tie. Had you killed the penalty, that would be the win if you scored on the power play. If you score one power play a game, even if it's only one chance, it's just that much of a boost. And unfortunately, the Kings couldn't do that. And of course, my third key to the series was front net presence. And unfortunately, the Kings still continue to suffer in that regard. No one's crashing the net, and if they do, no one's staying in front, no one's screening the goalie. I counted at least 4 times, 4 grade A chances where we shot on net, whether it was just a really bad angle or a really bad shot, and there's no one there crashing the net, and getting the rebounds. We had grade A opportunities to get those rebounds. Instead, we did flybys, and the players are missing the net. They're missing the puck that's going right to them, but it's right behind them now because they're going behind the net instead of staying in front. So the Kings definitely didn't help themselves to juicy rebounds, and it was very unfortunate to see that live. Again, I don't have the luxury of replays. I am recording this as soon as I got home, but the game itself, it was good. It was what I wanted the Kings to do, and the only downside is the special teams, and then of course we didn't get one goal, and we got shut out 1-0. So overall, I am happy with how things went. It's just there's still so much more improvement to improve upon. So here's the game summary real quick. Here you go. Starting with the left side, obviously after the first period. Shots are 11-4. Again, we are losing the face-offs 38% to 62%. Not a big deal. To be honest, the face-offs this game didn't play the biggest part in why we lost. In the past couple games, obviously face-offs were a huge thing. But this game, I didn't think face-offs were an issue. In fact, going through all the stats throughout the entire game, I didn't think the stats here, at least in this game summary, really tells the story of the game. I think because of the score being 1-0, I thought both teams played very efficiently, both up and down the ice, and I think both teams got their opportunities. Now, obviously, if you look at the real numbers, like the possession numbers, then there might be a different tell there. But as far as what I'm looking at here, the block shots, the hits, the special teams, it's not really much to say. So you guys can see here, the difference here obviously is the special teams. One team got the power play goal, one team did not. So that needs to improve. As far as face-offs, slight improvement as far as trying to even the playing field, but overall it's still disappointing, especially if you guys look at the numbers. Here you go. Now here's the face-offs from periods 1, 2, and 3. Yeah, you guys can see obviously Dubois had 100% after the first period and Kopi with 60. Deneau was the worst face-off man of the night. Understandably for Lizzie that he didn't get first and second period face-offs. He actually didn't take any, but then in the third period he took a few, and he ended up losing all 3. However, Deneau, one of our top 6 forwards, our centerman on that second line, he didn't win much face-offs, and that, while it doesn't, like I said, I didn't play a part in the game necessarily, it matters about getting possession of the puck, right? And unfortunately, when we don't win the face-offs with your top 6 forwards, yeah, chances are you're playing more defense than offense. And so, it's disappointing to see that. And, I'm happy because Dubois actually improved his face-off percentage. However, just like the other games, he's not doing anything. Him, Lefebvre, and Grundstrom end up as one line, for most of the game, I think. However, once again, Grundstrom not doing anything when he does get the shifts to play. Lefebvre, turnovers in the offensive zone. Dubois, literally not doing anything for anybody. Like, it's very disappointing. It's very sad that the Kings players who you expect to maybe pinch in, a goal here or there, haven't been doing anything. And I know we got 0 goals to 1, so everyone's obviously to blame. But it's players like Dubois, Lefebvre, Kevin Fiala, Trevor Moore, Victor Arvidsson. Those guys need to score a goal. They've been very quiet. Like, do I expect Deneau to score? No, not really. But I am expecting Deneau to play hard, win face-offs, and forecheck, And I think him and Arvidsson definitely have the forecheck down. I think Moore is a little lackluster, and he needs to score. He was our leading goal scorer on the season. Trevor Moore needs to score a goal. And I don't count that his first goal of the series in Game 1 as anything special because it was off a broken stick from the Oilers players, and the game was already lost at that point. So the second line specifically, Deneau, Arvidsson, and Moore, they need to pick it up. They need to score a goal. Fiala, whichever line he plays with, whether he plays with Dubois and Lefebvre, or if he plays with Lizotte and Lewis, he needs to score something. He needs to score something. The defensemen need a pinch in as well. Only Mikey Anderson and Drew Doughty have goals. And they need, the other 4, specifically Gavrikov and Roy, they need to score something. Like, we need the defense to activate and get in on the plays. And unfortunately, like I said in the other videos, our team is full of defensive style D. So Roy, Anderson, Gavrikov, Englund, they're more shut down kind of guys, and that leaves Doughty as the straight up offensive one, and then Spence, who was supposed to be offensive, is very lackluster in that department, and it's just a straight up 2-way, and that needs to change. That really needs to change. I'm very disappointed in the defenseman's performance throughout the entire series, and they gotta do better. Goaltending. I said last video that David Riddick needs to play this game. No matter what. No matter what the circumstances, he needed to play this game. And he did. He played a phenomenal game. Yes, he only saw, 13 shots. He only saw 13 shots in the entire game. But he only let in 1 power play goal. So, going to show that he can play the games. And he did great. He had great vision. He had great rebound control, in my opinion. And he played a phenomenal, almost 60 minutes. So to me, he needs to play the next game. I like, honestly, I think he needs to play the next game. And I mean, to be honest, I don't really care if Talbot ends up playing the next game, because if we do lose, it's over, right? So bottom line is, I am going to blame the forwards and the D for the loss, because they are the ones responsible for scoring. And unfortunately, we are losing these games because we can't score. And so whoever plays, I want Riddick to play, but whoever plays, Talbot or Riddick, I think both are playing decent enough and can help us get the win. And I think Riddick definitely did that for us today. He definitely gave us a chance. Unfortunately, the Kings did not capitalize on their chances. As far as the one goal against is concerned, after coming home and looking at the penalty myself upon replays, I know Jim Fox on the broadcast said that there was no penalty there on the play. Because England lost his stick, he may have put himself in a position where the referee thought he was going to use his both arms and hold the player down and bring him down. I don't deny that there is probably a bias, you can say, from the referees thinking that, oh yeah, England has no stick, he's just going to grab the guy and haul him down. Okay, I could definitely see it that way. That shouldn't have been a penalty for sure. But I can also see it the other way, where technically speaking, if you have a stick in your hand, you wouldn't be able to use both hands to hold the guy from both sides of his body and then pull him down. So in my opinion, regardless if England was going for the board pin or not, the guy did fall because there was full contact with both England's arms. And unfortunately, I have to go with it was a clean penalty. It could be argued either way, to be honest. But in my opinion, as far as me reviewing it, I would have to say I think the refs made an okay call. I think the officiating was much better in this game compared to the past couple. So I have no problems with today's officials. They did great. But yeah, unfortunately, we took one penalty and we paid for it. So that's just unfortunate. But yeah, overall, I think both teams played great. I think we did a great job minimizing McDavid and Draisaitl's opportunities. I mean, we really didn't see them do much, right? I mean, as far as scoring is concerned, the points came from, obviously, McDavid and Draisaitl assisting on the power play goal to Bouchard. But that's power play. That's not even strength. So I think we did, like I said in the very beginning of this video, our neutral zone was very good. And I think we definitely did a way better job breaking up the entries for the Oilers. And I want to see that again in Game 5. And hopefully if we do that, we can maybe have the defensemen activate a little bit more, have guys crash the net, get the rebounds, gotta get the greasy ones. And hopefully we can come out with another win, because we need to win all the games now. 3 straight wins to move on to the next round. As far as looking at statistics from yesterday's broadcasts from around the league, 90% of teams that lead series 3-1 continue to win that 4th game and go on to the second round. So chances are very slim for the Kings right now. I won't deny that. But overall, I think the overall performance was there, just not scoring. And that needs to be fixed. So just to wrap up this video, stars of the game. Bouchard got the game-winning goal, obviously. Played a phenomenal game defensively as well, again, just like always. Skinner got the 2nd star. He made a lot of saves. What was it, 33 saves? Yeah, 33 saves in the shutout, so obviously deserving of him. We made him look like a superstar for sure. And then, of course, David Riddick with the 3rd star, making 12 of 13 saves. He played great. I want him to play in the Game 5. It's just a matter of whether or not the Kings can actually score. But yeah, that's pretty much it. That's all I have to say. I thought the game was well played by both teams. So if we continue to do that and just get a couple goals next game, I think we could take it could be a very low scoring game. It's just whether or not the Kings can actually get a goal. So yeah, that's all I have. We're going back to Edmonton in the next game. it's going to be tough. I mean, we're the visitors now, and it's going to be tough to win in their building. But you know, we got to make it happen. We got to make it happen somehow. But that's it for now. Hope you guys enjoyed this review. Let me know if you did or didn't in the comment section down below. Do you agree with or disagree with what I had to say? Hit the like button if you did like it. And then, of course, subscribe to the channel if you haven't already to keep up with me as well as other content. Again, I am doing a review for all games. And if the next game is our last game, well, there you go. As far as after that, if the Kings do get eliminated, I may continue to do videos on other teams. Obviously, outside of the Kings, I do cheer for like the Boston Bruins. I like them as far as the team is concerned. The Edmonton Oilers, I do want to see how far McDavid and company can go. I always follow McDavid and Draisaitl. I do like them as players, and I think they have I think the Oilers have a strong team this season. They have a top 9. Even their fourth line is solid. It's solid. And then defensive wise, you know, I think they have a decent D-core. I think it works out this season. And of course, Skinner is playing like the superstar that he was expected to be from last year in his rookie season. So, you know, if they can keep it up, I think the Oilers will go far. I really hope the Jets can come around and beat the Avalanche. The Avalanche won again today by a landslide. Unfortunately, my brother's alternate team, the Washington Capitals, they were eliminated today by the New York Rangers. A 4-game sweep. So, very unfortunate. I mean, we expected it to happen. At least I expected a sweep because it's the President Trophy winners, New York Rangers, versus the Capitals, who were the last team to get in on a very lucky chance. So, I was not surprised when they got swept. But, you know, I'm expecting the other teams to look pretty good throughout the rest of the playoffs. Obviously, I may or may not do videos on them, but if we do, you know, probably expect me to follow a little bit here and there. If anything substantial happens, I will make news about it as well. So, thank you guys for watching. Hope you guys have a great day. Go Kings, go. And I will see you guys after Game 5 as well. All right, take care, guys. Bye-bye.